Okay, let's unpack this. We're always hearing that the latest gadget, the newest thing, is totally revolutionary and never seen before. But is that always the case? I mean, what if some of today's big marvels are actually just, well, really polished versions of much older ideas? Does anything truly new pop up, or is it all just evolution?
That's exactly what we're diving into today. We want to sort of uncover these forgotten ancestors of things we use every day and figure out why these older ideas are suddenly working now. We've got some great source material here that talks about this innovation illusion.
Right. Okay, let's start with something maybe obvious, the touchscreen. We all swipe and tap constantly. When the iPhone came out, 2007, right, that multi-touch felt like, well, like magic, a complete game changer. But was it really the absolute first?
Well, here's the kicker, the basic idea. It existed almost 40 years earlier. E.A. Johnson over in the UK, he developed the first finger-driven one back in 1965. Then engineers at CERN, yeah, CERN made transparent ones in the early 70s. And get this, the University of Toronto, 1982, they had a multi-touch screen with pinch to zoom. Nimish Mehta created it.
Pinch to zoom in 82. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so Apple's genius wasn't inventing the screen itself, it was the implementation, making it reliable, intuitive, putting it in that whole package. And, the timing was perfect.
Right, so it's about getting it right, making it work beautifully, which kind of leads us to electric vehicles, doesn't it? Tesla's obviously made a huge splash, made EVs cool, desirable. You just assume electric cars are pretty recent, maybe tied to environmental awareness now. Is that accurate, though?
It's actually a really similar pattern. The first practical EV, built way back in the 1830s, a Scottish inventor, Robert Anderson. And here's something wild. By 1900, nearly a third, 28% of all cars in the U.S. were electric.
28%.
In 1900. Yep. Even Ferdinand Porsche, his first car design, the P1 in 1898, it was electric. They just faded away because, well, oil got cheap, the electric starter made gas cars way easier to use, and Henry Ford perfected mass production for gas models. They just sort of vanished from public memory.
That's incredible. A whole century, basically, on pause for the EV. Really makes you wonder what else is just sitting there waiting. Okay, what about voice assistants? Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, they feel so 21st century. AI, cloud computing,
Hmm.
that whole deal.
You'd absolutely think so.
Yeah.
But the dream of talking to machines, it's really old. There was a toy in 1922, Radio Rex, that responded to its name. IBM had the shoebox in the 60s it recognized, like 16 words. And Apple, funnily enough, had something called Voice Navigator back in 1992 for the Mac. That's 13 years before Siri even started development.
Voice Navigator. Never even heard of it.
Exactly. The big change now isn't the basic idea. It's the massive computing power in the cloud, much better microphones, and the software, the natural language processing that finally got good enough.
So it seems like there's this pattern, this cycle. Ideas pop up, maybe they don't quite work, then boom, decades later, they're everywhere. This really digs into what innovation even is today, right? Why do some brilliant ideas fail early on, only to succeed much later?
Yeah, the sources point to a few key things. First, just technology readiness. Were the batteries good enough? Processors fast enough? Maybe not. Second, the ecosystem. A great product often needs other things around it, like app stores or fast internet or cloud services. Those often didn't exist back then. And finally, just market timing. Are people ready for it? Does it solve a problem they feel now? And, we have to give credit where it's due. Taking that old idea and actually making it work well, making it affordable, user-friendly, that's often the harder part than just having the initial concept.
That completely changes how you look at things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just these isolated eureka moments. It's more like a continuous flow, ideas bubbling up, maybe going dormant, then coming back stronger when everything aligns. So the next revolutionary thing.
It might not be revolutionary in the sense of being brand new. It might be a fantastic refinement, a brilliant implementation of something someone dreamed up long ago.
It makes you think then, what's out there right now? Maybe in a university lab or an old patent filing. That's just waiting.
Exactly. It's a provocative thought, isn't it? Tomorrow's huge breakthrough might already exist, just waiting for its perfect moment. It suggests the next big thing might not need pure invention, but maybe rediscovery and perfect timing. What will you look for differently now?